Hi everybody, back home now. Thought I'd just do a really short video, tell you what I'm going to be working on and what I actually got done at the hotel. In Princeton, we have a huge snow pile in front of the house, but we're very grateful that we never lost electricity during this time as so many did. So definitely thinking of you in the Texas area. Know a lot of people in the Dallas area that work for Toyota, so hope everything returns to normal pretty soon. And areas of Kentucky were hit pretty hard too. There's still areas of eastern Kentucky without electricity. So this was a big storm that has caused a lot of damage and unfortunately quite a few deaths. So anyhow, let me tell you what I'm going to be doing coming up over the next couple weeks or so. First of all, I've given up on getting this off. If I would take a saw to it, the vibration would just shake my layout to death and just do a bunch of damage. So I've actually put the screws back in it. What I think I'm going to do is put a piece of wood out here to extend it out. And at that point I have two options. I could put another little piece of wood here just to make this like a square and attach to that. Or I could just have this stick out and then dovetail the other piece of the layout into it. This is not thick enough to put a whole piece of foam in. I just had I think it was a 1/2 inch piece of plywood there for my road bed, which is about what I'm probably going to use anyhow. But so I'm going to have to figure that out, but I've given up on getting that off. Need to go to Lexington. No place locally has masonite or this hardboard. I'm going to extend the fascia down 6 inches to here, and this one over here is 4, but I'm going to extend it down to 6 also so I can blend the two together. And in this area in here where the track is coming, I'm going to probably have a bridge over a creek, and so I can cut the fascia out to represent that for the scenery. That's my plans right now anyhow. Don't have my truck back yet. Can't get masonite probably in our car even if they cut it, so probably be next weekend before I get down to get the masonite. But so I have other stuff to work on though. So I'll show you what I've done, what I did in the hotel. I converted the couplers, took the springs out of the microtrans couplers and replaced it with rubber band on all of these gondolas, the whole string. And I have converted 2 more of the gondolas where I have dropped the 4 so that they sit a lot lower than they did. I don't have trucks for this one. I need roller bearing trucks. I've got some on order, but they're not in yet. So as soon as I get those in, I'll put that on and I'll be on the road. Unfortunately, I left this one sitting on the layout, so I have to put some, I don't need to convert it as far as the floor, but I need to put the rubber band in for the couplers and all my gondolas will be done. Also did the same for these 3 covered hoppers for plastics and my bulkhead flat cars. They were especially springy. They really did a lot. So we talk about freight cars for a minute. I got this book because I just wasn't sure of when some cars became popular and others didn't. Actually, I had a hopper sort of like this at one time to serve wherever for plastics, and I sold it. I thought it's just too modern. There's no way around 1980 that wouldn't have been around. No, actually they introduced these big hoppers like this in the 60s for plastics. So it is very conceivable that they would have gotten plastics in cars like this. So I bought a couple more off eBay or something. These will just be for plastics to wherever occasionally. Anyhow, I talked about roller bearing trucks because when I found out that the roller bearing trucks would only work on these railguns, I thought, well, when did roller bearing trucks become common and when were the other ones outlawed? So basically roller bearing trucks were required on all cars built new after 1968. The old trucks, which commonly known as friction bearing trucks, were banned from interchange in 1995. So in 1980, my time frame, late 70s, early 80s, I'm fine with either one. So I can have as many friction bearing trucks or as many roller bearing trucks as I like. So again, I hardly notice them. Like, I notice roof walks on boxcars a lot more than I notice trucks, because the trucks are down there and just sort of in the shadows when you're doing videotaping. So what I'm going to be working on, this is the Chillicothe Yard Office. Again, I was able to modify the one wall, cut it in, so that is to scale. It's in the center of the building. Here's the one at the other end, which I just cut out of evergreen styrene. And so the windows are in the right place. I've started working on the walls. This wall is the one that basically would face the aisle. What we looked at has one window and one door. I can't find a door that's the right dimensions, so I'm probably just going to have to make one, which I'm really a little leery about trying to cut a square window out of a door, but hey, I'll give it a shot. You know, the commercial doors either don't have windows in them or they're just not the right size. I've even looked like at Rick's doors and things, and may settle on one of those, but if I want to make it exactly the right size, I'm going to have to make one. And there's two doors on the back side, which you won't see, but I figured, well, I might as well just go ahead. If I'm just going to make 3 walls correct, why not just make 4 walls correct? So I'll go ahead and do it. Who knows, maybe on a different layout someday I can, you know, the other side would show. And just on the brick warehouse, basically I just have the 4 cut out, and I've got one side wall. I'm not sure of the height of the walls, so I'm going to make the ends, and I'm just, you know, guesstimating there as to how high they are. Trying to mock it up with this plain styrene. So I'll figure out what I want to do for that. So didn't get a whole lot done on the brick warehouse because I was mainly focused on the cars, and then I worked. It's really precise cutting these windows out, so I really took my time doing that right. So that's all I've got for right now. You know, again, quick video, just an update of what I'm working on and what I'm going to be working on for the next couple weeks, probably until I travel again. I'll give you an update when I figure out what I'm going to do on the end of Chillicothe there. I'll sort of take some pictures and show you some progress. So everybody stay safe. Ah, but wait, there's more. Here's a Norfolk Southern westbound train I caught in Princeton in the snow. The third unit is an SD40-2, getting kind of rare anymore. So thought you'd enjoy this. Now no horns. He's already passed all the crossings. Norfolk Southern trains run through Princeton fairly slow. I think it's a crew change point in Princeton, so I've never seen a really fast train on Norfolk Southern going through Princeton. This one just started up from the yard. CSX trains move pretty good. They're on the far track. Everybody stay safe, stay warm. Spring's just around the corner, I hope.